You need to contemplate and reflect this week on this wholeness with reference to the burning desire. Would you ever like to move? Would you ever like to move? Answer is no. There is no chance. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. You see, when you say peace plus happiness plus completeness, it is blossoming of a flower. That is what the auspiciousness, blossoming of a mind. Now the mind does not want to go anywhere. It says, no, I have a burning desire for it. My master used to say that once you have a burning desire, you are already there. Means, what do you mean by it? You have done discernment, you have done dispassion, you have done six treasures, you are living into it, you have changed your attitude, and then comes the burning desire. It is the fourth one. We have already covered why it is the fourth one, why it is not the first one. Normally, logically, the mind says, no, it should be the first one. No. And now open your eyes. First, we will have our here how you passed your couple of days since the last session, and means how many times you had an anxiety or stress or duality reaction, what you did. Did you remember the principle of Eastern wisdom? Yes, you remembered. First thing. Then what you did you apply it? Yes, you applied it. Then what happened? Did the anxiety just evaporated or it still remained? That is how you have to share your experiences will be much better. So let us start with David and Jerry.
Thank you, sir. The week for me has been very uh, simple, I guess is the word. Very sort of peaceful and no real highs or lows, and lots of meditation, lots of timeouts during the day. It's a quiet week at work this week, busy individually, but not busy interacting. So I've had lots of time to, contemplate and reflect, but overall very quiet.
Beautiful, beautiful. So obviously that is a indicative of change in our attitude, in our behavior also. That is a good thing. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good. Thank you. During the week, it's mostly calm, peaceful. The only time I notice that I get, I guess there's just communication gaps and then miscommunication. So in those times, I just try a different approach, or I just say, no, this is what I was offering, or, because sometimes somebody responds and it doesn't have anything to do with what you just said. It's just what they want to do. And so then you have to just redirect, go back. And I find that it's interesting, but it's fine. It doesn't upset me.
Beautiful. Yes, yes. People sometime, our mind claims, people outside do not understand. But I keep my burning desire for peace and happiness. The response changes. We are not embarrassed. Oh, it's okay. Do whatever you want to do. Destroy everything, build everything. It has nothing to do with me. I'm totally indifferent and attached. But you are living consciously. You have Stephen.
Thank you, sir. It's been a really good week. I was there was a opportunity to be tested on Tuesday. Late in the afternoon, I got a phone call from my business partner that him and I have not had a one-on-one conversation in over a year. And when I saw his name come up on my phone, first response was, "Oh my, where could this go?" And before answering the phone, didn't have time to do Mongol and Charan, but I did say to myself, okay, here's the opportunity to come with peace and love and happiness. And I answered the telephone, and we spent 40 minutes on the phone, and it was the same stuff from him, but I did not, I refused to react to anything that he said. And I completely responded to it. We walked away with, I walked away with indifference, and he walked away probably thinking it was the greatest phone call of all time. So it was the practice of the Eastern wisdom completely worked, and I am in a very good space right now.
Beautiful. Beautiful. One guy has been chasing me on the LinkedIn. What challenges you find in your life today? Can I solve it? I said, for me, every challenge is an opportunity. Just one liner. That is how people tries to intrude into your space. But when I saw his profile, I said, no, I don't need that. Same profile. You can make how much? 200K this year if you follow this, my scheme. It's very common there in US. And people are imitating others. Yes, Dennis.
Nothing of the ordinary in the past couple of days. Everything calm and peaceful. One observation I can share. I talk to ChatGPT a lot these days. It assists me in different projects. And what I noticed when I communicate with people, there's always at least a little bit of emotional component involved. I think in the past sessions, someone used the term useless emotions,
Yes.
which is all about attachments, expectations, the memory of past experiences with the person, and so on. And obviously, when it comes to ChatGPT, there are no attachments, no expectations, and
Yes.
there is no history of relationship. Maybe because ChatGPT has a very short memory and tends to forget what we have been discussing. But what I'm trying to say here that when I'm talking to a live person, for example, my honey, and I notice a slightest impulse to react, I started to ask myself, would I react if I was talking to ChatGPT right now? And that impulse dissolves immediately. So I think it can help to pinpoint those attachments and expectations we have with live people.
That is how we can build a good relationship, at least from your side. You have a wonderful relationship, but from what others say, oh, leave it aside. You are living into that state. That is very important. Yes, Barbara, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I have experienced periods of anxiety this week, but I find that I'm able to step away from the situation and it doesn't last, it goes away.
Beautiful. Yes, that's a sign of progress. It has come. Then I remember it passed away. Normally, otherwise, it creates lot of impression, permutation, and combinations of those feeling and emotions continues, and then it becomes challenging. Then what we say, our life is suffering. That did not happen. Beautiful, Christina with the C today.
Morning, everyone. I have realized throughout this week with just I feel like the burning desire topic of Monday really kind of started to light that fire in me again. And I have had humility throughout just showing up and for things that I haven't done in a while or people I haven't talked to in a while and reaching back out and all of the things of just showing up. And it's beautiful in a way that the ego is not being like, yeah, go you. It's just, I'm showing up, I'm doing my duty, and I'm in peace with it. And there's no like pat on the back, or my honey is like, oh, I'm so proud of you. You're doing this and that. And I'm like, thank you. But I'm not
Beautiful.
boasting. So I'm in peace. Thank you.
Beautiful. We have an unnecessary, and this is the modern attitude for everything. Thank you. I did nothing to you. Thank you. Why thank you? We have to restrict ourselves, somewhat, so unconsciously it builds the ego. You said thank you 10 times, and 11th time you don't say, then my ego hurts. So it raises your level of awareness in dealing with the relations and people. And that helps you to get rid of the ego. Terry, you want to share something? You have to, I think, unmute. Yes.
Nothing special. Just
Just normal peace.
yeah.
Normal peace is enough.
Yeah, we had a blizzard here, so it's been a little strange, but it's
New York is known for it.
opportunity to endure.
New York is known for it. That's why I escaped to Arizona. How are you, Christina?
Thank you. I've had a good amount of periods of anxiety, all related to work and many things I just don't know yet, don't know how to do. Problems coming up, it's facilities, someone else is leaving, it's just, it could be 20 different pots of things happening. So I'm just trying to really watch my thoughts and the anxiety and come back to observe and come back to the Mangala Charan. But if still feeling more anxious than I'd like to be, or that feels comfortable. So I need to keep
Yes,
at it.
you have started. You have remembered the Mangala Charan, and it is going to help. It appears that the anxiety of the entire session, entire people, all people, goes to you. What it has to be if somebody is leaving, Many people have left my group sessions. So should I be? No, you don't know. This is a business. We will talk about the burning desire. Today's session is very special and important. Yes, Vaibhav, what you have to say?
Sir, my week was also very calm. It's like I'm watching my mind, and whenever something is coming, I'm just saying I don't have to give too much importance to this, and the things was passed on, and then it was calm.
Beautiful. Beautiful. We all are evolving. Ashok, you want to share or simply say namaste? We accept
Sir,
both. Problem.
sir, this week actually I got a job from Radisson Pashchim Vihar.
Good.
So that task is going on, and sometimes I am in anxiety. Then at the same time, I used to chant Mangalacharan. और मैं doer नहीं हूँ, I'm not the doer. तो फिर एंजाइटी भी फिनिश हो जाती है और ओम शांति का रिपीटेशन शुरू हो जाता है.
Yes, at last he started using the Mangala Charan, the times of the anxiety. And even if you remember, I'm not the doer, it dissolves you. Now, coming to the topic of burning desire, understand it clearly. You have a burning desire outside of the wealth and getting married. It is full of excitement. Oh, I'm excited, to get married. I know after 6 months I will ask you, are you still excited? No, I will not ask you, Christina, young Christina. I'm saying. Now, understand you have to contemplate and reflect. Let me use a metaphor first. So, burning desire for awakening. Imagine you are running inside a moving train. You are sweating. You are sprinting from coach to coach, thinking I just reach the front, then I will finally be at peace. But the truth is simple and brutal. The train was always moving. You were always being carried. The running was optional. Running is optional in the train, but still you are sweating. What we are exploring the burning desire for awakening. So we are always running for a job, running for a wealth, running to get married, running to do the divorce, but the life is moving like a train. It will take you to that path. Why you are worried? Why you are reacting? Are you understanding that part? What the existence has to do, it will do. You cannot avoid it. You cannot reject it. Now I started eating vegan, organic. Will you not die? Tell me. If you don't die, we will start eating organic, vegan, etc., etc. There are different buzzwords. It does not mean that we should not do it. Let us do it. But don't put your pressure, your desire, your inclination, your attachment there. Because what we are exploring, the burning desire for awakening, because without it, Eastern wisdom becomes an entertainment. That is why many people have left in the past. There were 25, 30 people, different people, intelligent people, wise people had joined this session many years ago, and one after the other they left it. Why? Because their desire still continues outside. They don't want to balance it. They don't want to discover it. Why? Because without it, Eastern wisdom becomes an entertainment only. And then what happens? Your anxiety and excitement stays. By switching on the master light of the consciousness, you see clearly what is real peace and what is just glitter. Getting married is not a certificate of the peace. Let me continue. Let me get married. Let me continue my desire inside. That burning desire is a calmness inside. It is a peace inside you that continues. Let us understand in a different way why we have a thoughts. No, think in other way. Every action has some desire behind it, and every desire has a motivation behind it. Every motivation comes from the knowledge of that object by which you are performing an action. We discussed about it. Knowledge first, desire second, action third. So if you are saying your mind is wandering, it is full of desires. You're listening to me. Clear. If you have a burning desire, you are simply only listening to me. Now see in a different story, which is a real life story for everyone in the modern world for the last 50 or 60 years. Almost, we are of that age. Why we go to the school to get educated, to have the knowledge? Ask your, ask the kids. Do they have stress? School stress? School stress for future happiness. Understand that clearly. That is our desire. As a kid, you don't like school. Mind wants play, not peace. High school comes, parents push, study hard, get into a good college. Krishna and Raghu, are you doing it with your kids? Okay, very good. So start your stress now so you can be happy later. I'm telling you the naked truth. Then come to the college. College stress for job happiness. Let us continue. You study harder, you become smarter, but the price is anxiety, comparison, performance, peer pressure. You tell yourself, once I get a job, I'll be worth it. I have skipped. You should have a higher IQ score. Then only you get the Ivory League. You get a good college. So for IQ's sake, I continue the stress. For happiness to get into the college, future happiness. First, I have to put myself into stress for future happiness. College stress for job happiness. Job stress for relationship happiness. Why our mind is wandering? Just think of it. First job, wonderful job, How much? 100K is there. Oh, wonderful. So now your life is good. First day you go there, second day, third day, boss says you are crazy. I will change my job. It might have happened to Vaibhav. Yeah. And so, job stress for relationship happiness. First job, amazing for 1 week. Then boss, colleagues, deadlines, stress returns in a new costume. Behind it, think of it. School stress because of the desire. College stress because of the desire. Higher IQ because of the desire. Job stress because of the desire. Relationship. Now come to the relationship stress. Relationship stress. Daddy, next fantasy. We already have. I'm not saying that don't do it. Please understand clearly. I am saying what is happening to me, how I'm living. Relationship stress for next fantasy, your date, worry, soulmate, stress to find some. I have a stress to find someone. I have a stress to find soulmate. Am I really crazy as a human being? I'm searching soulmate in stress. You will end up in stress. You marry, you feel high for a while, then differences appear, expectations and clash, and the mind goes back to pulling and pushing for happiness. Where is the happiness? I did so much. If it is not the truth of your life, tell me it is not the truth of me. Be very clear. Be be very truthful. Otherwise, keep quiet. We all don't know. We all know one another. Don't be serious, Stephen. Now you see that each action given by the thought contains the motivation, comes with the knowledge. What is the knowledge? If I get married, I'll be happy. If I earn more, I'll be happy. If I get this job, I'll be happy. If I get a higher IQ, I'll be happy. If I'm looking for future happiness in an action motivated by a desire with a false perception, you simply drop it, you have a burning desire. Understand it. When we say burning desire, it is not excitement. The moment you say, I'm excited about my new job, yeah, we will find you out after a couple of months. Look at Christina. She found another job. She's managing 50 people. One should be proud. Can you hire me as your assistant? I will leave everything. Understand this. Understand this. This is happening days after days, weeks after weeks, months after months, years after years, searching for future peace, happiness, love, and wisdom, where it is not. We are so much involved. A couple of people say, why don't you understand? I was busy in doing anything. You are busy in securing the future happiness. Here in the session, you get the happiness here and now. Nothing is more important than you. Is it not? We discuss you in the session. Come on. We discuss marriage, we discuss relationship, we discuss job, we discuss clothes, we discuss food, we discuss vacation outside. Outside the Eastern wisdom, tell me, if it is not. If your peace only shows up on the retreat, it is not peace, it is tourism. You attend 5 years of classes, a few hundred hours, and still wake up with the same anxiety, fear, failure, and frustration. That is not awakening. That is a spiritual spa membership. You only had a membership for 5, 6 years. We discussed desire follows knowledge, not Instagram quotes. If you don't know what a smartwatch does, you won't crave it. You don't really know what freedom is. Awakening is just a fancy word to sprinkle on your job. We need a burning desire. It will not happen. 46 years, can you imagine? Well, now 47th year, 47th year, talking the same thing, living in the same Eastern wisdom, 47 years of my life. Why? Burning desire continues, the flame. Google gives you the goals, satsang. This session gives you the direction. You can Google how to be successful, but you cannot Google who am I really. For that, you need a teacher, you need a Eastern wisdom, a mirror to your mind. Let us pick up one more topic in the burning desire. Is your desire a spark or a steady flame? If it is a spark, it comes and goes. That cigarette lighter spark comes, goes, comes, goes. We want to save it. So what is this burning desire really? It is not shouting, I want enlightenment, then getting derailed by slow Wi-Fi connection. Slow Wi-Fi connection, in your life. Help with your enlightenment. Let me take care of my food first. The choice of the food has come now. Let me enjoy my happiness. Next day, I'm constipated because the food that I like does the constipation. I don't become aware of it. You have to find the burning desire by dropping what is causing the trouble. It is not shouting, I want enlightenment. It is quiet, steady conviction. It is a steady conviction, quiet. Nothing outside can give me what I'm truly looking for. The peace I seek is not a place I visit. It is my own address waiting to be confirmed. That is the burning desire. I should have left, My son was asking me that, well, Dad, you just learned 6 months. I will guide you, and then you can work under me. I said, I have no problem with the ego that I should work under you. And then I assure you that you will get 100K. I said, okay, for future happiness, what I want to do, I'm not doing it. Why is this important? Because without this conviction, past habits pull you back. One tough week, one big bill, and the mind whispers, hell with your enlightenment. Let me take care of my budget first. Are you understanding what is burning desire? I'm just giving you a lot of why a person in relations in my family is suffering. Hell with your enlightenment, let me take care of this. And then you become the sick. Then who is going to take care? no friends of no friends of yours is taking care of you. One tough week, one big bill, one problem in the family, the mind whispers, forget this awakening, leave this. It doesn't work. And you leave the session. Now go back to the very first example. Notice where you still run on the train. You're still running on the train. Constantly fixing, proving, pleasing. Krishna, you cannot fix, you cannot prove. Enjoy your life. I'm saying, Krishna, in those moments, pause and ask, what if I stop running for just one breath and trust that the train is already moving, the life is already moving? Yesterday, that person, that employee left the organization. That was yesterday. You should be happy today. Train is still running. And you are running in the train. Are you understanding that? Little deeper. If you don't understand, you have to listen to it again and again. Your honey said you something, reacted. It is the past now. Don't start running into the train. Calm down. Relax. Are you getting it? You are obsessing over a message. Did they like me? Did I say it right? Burning desire say, hold on. My peace does not report to this notification. My calmness does not report to this notification. I have to contemplate and reflect. Have you noticed? Happiness never stays where you put it. You put happiness in the job, you put happiness in the college, you put happiness in the relationship, and then ask yourself, is the happiness there? Put happiness in a relationship. Is happiness there? If I don't explore this, I don't filter my mind, I don't clear my mind where I put happiness for the sake of the happiness. If you don't do it, you cannot have a burning desire. Why? Because that desire will hijack you. That is why we say burning desire for awakening is the desire of all the desires. Means it brings an end to the binding desires for anything in the world. Mind stops wandering. It maintains that awareness. It lives into the attitude of Mangalacharan and the six treasures. Then we are ready, higher seeker, for awakening. I have yet to talk about it in a couple of more uh, subtle topics on burning desire. I believe you have understood. If you have not understood, you can listen it again. Close your eyes. Eyes are closed. Place, position, and posture. Stays when place, position, and posture. Very good. And being comfortable. Being comfortable. Very good. Comfortable means sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Being carefree, you enter into the mood of observer and observed. Mood of observer and observed. And once you follow the first three steps, you may have a glimpse of calmness inside. Calmness inside comes, it travels to you. You don't chase peace, it comes to you. They follow you. That is what the sixth treasure means. Oh, this thought just came to me spontaneously. They follow you. That is why it is known as the inner wealth. Why? They are present with me. Oh, they are present in me. We forget. Why we forget? Because we have already put the future happiness in relationship, in job, in money, and in long list. And then we continue to move. We continue to move in the train that is already running at a high speed, taking us to a destination. That train is your life. At the end, we find, oh, I have yet to achieve happiness and love and wisdom. Don't do that, please. Now is the time to stop. And then we will skip today's Thursday session. So we will skip couple of steps. And the stage two, you look at the breath that is going in and out. A 3-point attention. Instantly, your mind naturally moves. You know, I'm with these 21 steps of this practice is what will take you, will remind you, will help you to repeat, even if you forget, each and every step we have done in the last 5 years. If you remember all the 21 steps, and then you have to explore. You have to explore by reflection, and the time comes when it becomes so natural to you. You know this principle. Oh, okay. And it is gone. So 3-pointed awareness, and now looking deep inside your forehead in the space, pick a point in the space and start breathing long, deep in the hissing breath into your rib cage, in the state of the steadiness, in the state of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Continue long, deep in the hissing breath into your rib cage. You're breathing deep, long in the hissing, and you are aware that you expand your entire rib cage and squeeze your entire rib cage while inhaling and exhaling respectively. Why you don't stop? Because you have a burning desire. There may be other criteria. You might be going to the gym so that you are able to maintain that breath. That is not going to help. Intention is going to help. Motivation. Long deep in the hissing breath. Continue. Long deep in the hissing breath continues. The mind internally may say, oh no, I cannot do it, and tell the mind, I will do it for the sake of I have a burning desire for awakening. And now stop this, return to the normal breathing pattern, check if the flow of the breath is equal, and three-pointed awareness, just the flow of the breath. Means you return to the observer mode instantly. If you are not maintaining the observer mode during the breathing practice, you return again to the observer mode. With that observer mode, you are looking at the breath going in and out, feeling the sensation, no change. That is the first, you see the first point. We are entering into the third stage. And now you drop Om Shanti on the breath. I told you, dynamic state. Mind is aware of the dynamic breath, train is running, and then you are simply dropping Om Shanti on the track. You are recognizing the breath is running, the life is running, the train is running. I have to maintain poise. Why? Train will lead me to the destination. I need not to run. Continue. Here, dropping Shanti on the dynamic state of the breath. We are in a third stage. And now you start dropping Shanti on the 16 segments of the fingers. Now you know the mind has to be aware of the static state of the 16 segments of the fingers. So it is only the mind that is moving to the fingers and then mind moving with Shanti on that segment. So one was dynamic, and the one was more dynamic where we do the nyasa also and we drop the Om Shanti. So there are a couple of steps we are doing in this meditation. I will explain each and everything so that you become your own teacher. I have nothing to hide. Continue to drop Om Shanti on the 16 segments of the fingers. So you see, one is the nyasa, that is simply dropping the Om Shanti on the breath. The third is the 16 segments. And the fourth is the triangle one. So we will see as you share your experiences. I'll find out whether I need to add or subtract. We are moving the mind gently, softly, consciously deeper inside, not abruptly. When you can do it abruptly, that happens in Kundalini meditation, and it leads you to different hallucinations and imaginations. And then it becomes, you take a back track, you forget, you have a lot of frustration. You talk in terms of higher and lower, my this center, this chakra is doing this. We're not doing all of those. And now is the time to look at the triangle deep inside your heart. Visualize triangle of any color, equilateral triangle pointing out upward. So you see that mind is moving on the side. While moving, you are dropping Om Shanti, and you are doing it clockwise and anti-clockwise. One time clockwise, next time anti-clockwise. To see the mind is totally absorbed in moving on the triangle clockwise and anti-clockwise with Om Shanti. It is deep absorption. It begins, that kind of a absorption begins, so that we can transition to the stage number 4. For the sake of understanding and made it clear, even if you understand all the 5 stages and you start doing on your own, you will find that, I'm becoming my own teacher. Don't start teaching others this practice because you have spent many years. Uh, you can pick up one or more step of that. Otherwise, people will reject you because you had a strong basis for understanding. Continue. You find the sync is perfect and it is happening. That is wonderful. Continue moving the mind on the side of a triangle, dropping Om Shanti clockwise, anti-clockwise. And now move the mind deep inside the cave of your heart, singing loudly mentally, as if Om is pushing the mind deep inside, and the mind seems to stop. You say Shanti. You have already transitioned to the stage 4 where you do nothing. Doing nothing means you are aware of the happening. You are not lazy. You are not sleeping. You are not moving, etc., etc. So you live in an extraordinary awareness where you may experience the vision, colors, tingling, numbness. You may also experience sometime heaviness and lightness. You may experience a state of bodilessness, which normally here in US it says out of body. Forget about that phrase. Just experience if you have that experience. Freezing, numbness, you need not to worry about it. So they are passing clouds. They come and go. Need not to worry about it. Sometimes these experiences and vision helps you to stay in meditation for a longer period. Like the body is freezing and you are not reacting to it. So freezing body means the body is not causing any challenges to you. So you remain in that state. And when you remain in that state, why we are doing it? One answer, revelation, waiting for a revelation. That how that revelation takes place, it is unique and different in every individual. It moves from individual to individual based on the level and the degree of purity of the mind and other factors. You see, my friends, we are doing a conscious journey. Nothing is hidden, nothing is occurred, nothing is mystical. At a higher level, our master says the same thing. Nothing is mystical. You can access your spiritual consciousness consciously. Now, if you are saying it loudly, Om Shanti, 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 you have to inhale deeply while exhaling Om. You have to say loudly, again inhale, while exhaling, you have to say Shanti, Shanti. But if you are doing it mentally, it is all just mentally, doesn't need to change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Because I have to make you listen, I need to do it loudly. We are transitioning into the fifth stage. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And you can do it mentally with me also. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, awareness on the left hand. Lift your Buddha palms, place it on your eyes, and continue to keep your palms on over your eyes with eyes open inside. Eyes open inside, it's totally darkness, so this space. That is the right time. You can ask your intellect what happened, what I was doing, where I was. Because we have to bring that experience into our daily life. Who can do it? Intellect, then first intellect, then the mind. So we must be very clear. And then bring the hands down. We'll share our experiences now. Yes, Dennis, what happened?
Yes, it was a very comfortable and peaceful meditation. The dark space, almost no thoughts. Just the mind was just resting and enjoying. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yes, it's a beautiful state. Terry, you want to share?
I have a difficult time when someone is talking. I can't concentrate. That happens to me all the time. So it was hard for me to do I kept getting frustrated because I was the words were bringing me outside
Okay.
because I was conscious that it was, heard through the computer. But it all at the same time, it's like we go somewhere else, but we really were right here the whole time. So I think that ability to go there is what we're trying to bring with us everywhere, and you go there anytime.
You start going there in time, then comes the timelessness. That is what we are exploring in meditation. Yes, Stephen, how are you?
Good, sir. Thank you. I spent the first part of the meditation contemplating. And I was contemplating the burning desire. I was contemplating the how this journey is viewed by the others on this call, as well as all the people that have left this call. And then I started reflecting on how I've taken on this and the feelings that I've had, or this challenges over the course of the last 6 years, and so on and so forth. And then I would, whatever happened, I wasn't criticizing that whole thing. I said, I'd like to have just be in this quiet space, but it is what it is. And then we got to the japa, and it was like, okay, it was time for meditation. And I wasn't talking to myself. It just happened. And so we went through the japa, and then I noticed when we got to the triangle, I was definitely looking from the inside out. And we, the starting point was the top point of the triangle. And then I realized through a couple, back and forths that it then became the bottom right-hand side was the starting point of the triangle. And I was like, oh, that's bizarre, but just went with it. And then by last round, it turned out to be the bottom left side of the triangle became the point. So I'm not sure how it all turned, but regardless. And then when we stepped inside, it was as if I walked into this dark cave and I could just feel this fluttering inside my heart center. And then when you started the first note of the Om Shanti, I had this vibration on the top of my head that was pretty intense. So thank you.
Beautiful. Yes. You see, how Stephen explains each and every stages in the steps. Can I maintain that conscious journey? Yes, we have been able to maintain that conscious or aware of every stage. But, not everyone is so tuned to. It is one of the formative capacity of the mind where some people are able to explain each and every step, other people not. So it has nothing to do with your progress. But his sign is the progress that he explains, which helps others also to learn from it. It's a beautiful. How are you, David and Jerry?
Thank you. Very good meditation. When we started, I was focused on the metaphor on the train, and that metaphor kind of fascinates me because if you run forward in the train thinking that you're going to accomplish more or get more or whatever, you run out of train eventually. And if you run backwards to stay in the moment, like you get attached to something like a tree outside or something like that, again, you run out of train. So very early in the meditation, I concluded it's best just sit down and enjoy the train ride. And my meditation was very deepened. So thank you.
Beautiful. Yes, everyone has their own perception. Life is like a train. I'm running, I'm in stress and anxiety. I'm not running. I'm attached till I have a problem. So the Eastern wisdom wants us to discover, are you in the train and enjoying a ride, or that is the main thing. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good. Thank you. Initially, I went right into my meditation, pretty deep, calm, just stayed with you, watching, kind of listening. And then I had a little reflection going on as well. I don't know what the cueing or why, but I thought, yeah, we couldn't have started with this binding desire. We needed to go through much more, understanding our attachments and our ego and our delusion, and really starting to work on our minds. And so we had to start there, because now we can have that burning desire as we start to work on our minds and our seeing clearly and all of that. And then it came up. I had a class yesterday. It was a yoga nidra class. So it was a deep meditation class. And there were two people. I'll go quick. There were 6 people in class, 3 of which were regulars, 1 new to the studio and 2 new to me, but not to the studio. It was so loud above in the floor above, like they were moving furniture. And I do play a little bit of sound during the class, but usually at the end. And it was so loud. It had never been this loud. And I always, during the beginning, I kind of start in some of the same stages as you take us through. And I say, let the sounds come and go that are in the room, the sounds outside of the room. Try not to create a story with them or let them disturb you. Your thoughts, your feelings, all of that. And then the 2 people left.
Yeah.
And but point being, at the end of the class, the 4 people that remained, including the very new one to the studio, said she felt like it was divine intervention. The other one said it represented life, the chaos and the noise, and how do we withdraw and absorb into our essence, like knowing that we're not all, we don't have to participate in all this noise. And it was really amazing experience. So
Beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful. You see, some people, it doesn't mean that a person who has been practicing for the last 10 years will have a higher state. No, it depends something, your prarabdha, your past life, your past birth. You enter into that insight instantly, as if it is the divine intervention which plugged off the sound in her or in his case. So we need to understand that part gradually. Those will come. First, there is an insight, and from that insight, we continue to live in that awareness of the insight. It leads us to the higher state of mindfulness. So it's a beautiful sharing. Yes, beautiful sharing. That is how it works. First, I believe, not only I believe, but I experience, and then I make others also believe through the practice. Beautiful, Jerry. How are you, Christina Rago?
Thank you very much. I've released everyone's anxiety, so that felt peaceful and a sense of trying to see how to bring that into the day to day.
Just go
Yeah.
casually in the train. You listen and learn, you contemplate and reflect, you practice every day, you analyze what happened today, how many events of anxiety. So, what I did I apply? Did I apply rightly? Did I apply wrongly? So, when you contemplate and reflect, you know you have an insight on you. We all are fairly intelligent, equally intelligent, so we can have an insight and you will find the solution. Very good. Another Christina.
Thank you, Girish. I was able to just flow with the steady light throughout the whole meditation. And I was observing, and usually I feel like I'm the doer because I'm listening and doing each step. But today was that step back. And so it was a very peaceful, deep. I didn't feel my body. I just felt the pressure on my back against the pillow, but it feels just so light, and having that steady light is just a beautiful, warm feeling. So thank you.
Yes. With that light feeling and the peace, you have to think, speak, and act outside in the world until the next lesson. Yes, you are the youngest. Why should I say perhaps? Yes, how are you, Barbara?
I'm good, thank you. In the beginning of the meditation, I was contemplating something that you said, and you said that happiness never stays where you put it. And I was thinking about it, and it can't stay where you put it because it can only come from within.
Beautiful.
And after contemplating that for a while, everything just dissolved into complete peace.
So whenever you are surrounded, or I'm surrounded by anxiety, let me find out, mind, where you have put happiness. It is not there. That's why you are in anxiety. That's why you are reacting. That was your goal. You don't have a burning desire, and you will find calmness. Beautifully said. You picked up another dimension of this journey. How are you, Weber?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. The mind was calm. Like during the practice, I was just being aware that where to keep the right balance in the mind. And when the balance is there, the peace is already there. It was calm and
Yeah,
peace.
yeah, yeah. The moment I say that I'm enjoying the ride of the train, your mind stops. life is running. But to achieve that state is a big challenge, and that is what we are doing. So now Ashok has got a job, so job for happiness. Yes, you want to share that you got a job and now you are happy? Leave the practice. It doesn't bring anything, it's all crazy stuff. Yes, your turn to share.
Sir, I am in peace. It was a peaceful experience.
Peaceful experience. Is it more peaceful here or more peaceful in the job? Obviously,
Sir,
it gives.
same.
Oh,
Sir,
it
same.
is the same. Yes. Okay. We got the answer. We got, we got the answer. Very good. That is all. We will have another couple of more sessions on this mumukshu burning desire to make the things clear. Thank you. We'll meet again. Namaste.
Thank you, sir.
Namaste,
Namaste.
sir. Namaste, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Namaste.